Hey, how's it going there, guys? Not that you can tell me, but Elton here, aka Retro Old School, the one who's always looking for the interesting stuff to film and photograph and record, and as millennials say, document. Looking for content, as you guys say. And I'm on the corner of Chabanel Street and Saint Laurent, which you see right here, this boulevard here. And this Ultramar gas station is showing a price of regular gas at 134.9 cents a liter. And there's some nice ominous cumulus clouds over here that look like are coming this way, and if I'm lucky, maybe it'll be a thunderstorm, eh? And that over there is part of the very, very vast Cremazy Garage, the Uville Shops, STM, and somebody asked me if I was going to film construction of that. No fucking way, I will have nothing to do with it. Because I'm not interested in whatever the STM is doing that's modern. Pretty much like 99% not interested. I'm not interested in the expansion. I'm not interested. I'm old school. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fire Station 49, which looks like a couple other stations there. And I was sitting here for a while there with a nice cappuccino chilling out, seeing if I was going to get a call from these guys. Let's look at that emblem there, eh? Cool emblem up there. Oh, never mind that. How about a big jetliner instead? On landing approach, yeah. And that is a looks to be a Air Transat plane. Anyway, so Saint Laurent Boulevard and Chabanel here. This is really the heart of the textile industry, or what's left of it anyway, because it began in the 50s, and unfortunately, for over 10 years now, this business has been going downhill just because of the fact that a lot of operations were moved to China because it's just so much cheaper to make everything in China, including clothing. But I've been wanting to film this area for a long time. It is historically important. It's also a mix of residential, blue-collar type of neighborhood. And yeah, I also forgot to mention, actually, I used to work at the I never liked these things. You know, to me this is like either buy a Harley or a Honda motorcycle or something, or buy a car. But that's me. Anyway, what was I saying? That's a really long alleyway. Yeah, I'll have to check that out one day. Anyway, like I said, 20 years ago, I used to work actually in the 225 building coming up here doing shipping and receiving. Fucking hard, back-breaking work, let me tell you. Oh my God, if you don't like manual labor, you would fucking hate this job. Jesus Christ, talking to, you know those big bolts of fabric, you know how much those weigh when you got like 5, 6, 10 of those in a box? Oh, tabarnak. And I sure as hell didn't as much appreciate the vintage Otis freight elevator I was using at that time to specifically bring out garbage or to bring some rolls of fabric to a customer downstairs, you know? So, yeah. This here, though, this is all recent over here, you know? Yeah. Oh. But what's interesting though is that there's still a few very old buildings still remaining here, which were probably not textile in the old days. When I mean the old days, I mean like 40s and let's say under. I'm trying to see if I can pinpoint them now. Yeah, like back here. You see that, all that there? Those are definitely not built in the 50s, 60s. I don't think like all these ones here. Oh man, I smell pizza. And it's making me think of Coronet pizza. Oh my God, Coronet pizza. Christ, I thought about going there last night, but I'm not made of money. Fuck, I mean, okay, I got paid for all that outstanding money that my... Shit, that's a freight. Is that a train I heard? It's a train. Oh shit. There it goes. That's funny, I just filmed one going by down that way about not even 40 minutes ago, I think. Same direction. That's interesting. Usually they're more coming from the Saint Laurent yard. Actually, what's cool is that I mean I love sun and everything, you know, but sometimes it's better when it's cloudy because the lighting is in this case controlled. Because if the sun was out, it would be coming from here and everything would look too bright. So it's all nice and even, and we could see what looks like to be almost a storm that's starting out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's looking very interesting. Maybe I'll be at the right place at the right time. I was even thinking, I'm gonna follow that train line and go all the way to Lackady, the Lackady train station, because it's also a commuter train line. And I'm like, maybe Wouldn't it be amazing if I was able to film a freight going by with a little bit of a lightning in the back of Thunderstorm, you know? That's doesn't happen often. Here's 99. 99 love balloons. Tell you guys a couple of stories though. Yeah, you know, when I worked here over 20 years ago, I lived in Ville Saint Pierre in the Lachine sector, and man, I had to get up really early, and God, a lot of times I worked like 10 hours even, and I would just fall asleep on the metro coming home. I mean, seriously, I had to take the 90, then I had to take the metro all the way to fucking Cremazy, and take the 53. It took a really long time to get here, and but I also remember seeing a couple old cars, like off, I think, one of these streets here, there was this like mint 71, 72 Dodge Dart, two-door hardtop. It was like that typical kind of a bronze metallic, kind of old copper type color, and a, you know, white roof and stuff. Beautiful car. And also I remember seeing only once though, there was a Chevelle four-door. It was red, a 66 if I'm not mistaken. But look at now, eh? What are all these streets filled with? These fucking boring jelly bean, cookie cutter, fucking colorless cars, eh? That's what they're all about. That's what I love about the zoom on this thing. Unfortunately, it uses too much juice if you use it too often, but I like to scan in and see if I can see something not necessarily classic, but definitely old. The only thing I find I see here that's interesting is that Impala. Yeah, just a sort of a typical, I guess you could say a very typical, you know, old industrial / residential area. They don't make stuff like this anymore, really, you know. You know, they keep the residential in the residential and the commercial in the commercial. You know what I mean? This huge AC unit there, eh? Or a oh shit, I think it's starting to rain. Damn it, it's already starting to rain. Well, we'll film in the rain, goddammit. I'm gonna use this fucking thing until the wheels break off. Actually, I'm already got a weak battery here too, so not too good, but anyway, whatever. What the hell is this? Wow, who throws away a big beautiful teddy bear like that? What the hell? Probably has bed bugs in that damn thing, or termites, God knows, could be anything, cockroaches, Lyme disease, fuck. Is this 225? Where's the fucking numbers? What is this? They took the fucking numbers off the building? I know I'm blind, but I'm pretty sure that's 225. Anyway, so I worked up there back 21 years ago, and they redid this whole fucking place inside. It's all redone. But there was one building, though, I think I passed it before, where they actually everything is still original. Like the, you know, there were still these vintage Otis passenger elevators with, you know, like they were inside colored like brown and orange walls. And I love that when I see stuff that's orange and brown. I mean, you can't get more 70s than those colors, you know, and certain greens as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and there was a car I saw here years ago, back in about 2011. I didn't have a digital camera. And there was this Pontiac Le Mans sedan. I think it was like an 85, 86. And man, it had this two-tone peach over like a grape color, wine color, and it was like, wow, and it was mint, and it had the Pontiac mags, it had the white walls, it was fucking beautiful. It was the nicest one I've ever seen, actually. Hi-de-o! Hello there, hello there. Yes. Well, at least the buildings and whatnot make up for the boring. Look at those red steps, Jesus Christ, that looks like it could have been used in the movie The Shining. I'm just kidding, it's The Shining, I know. The old... garment industry, that's the other term for it, the garment industry. Right on. I keep checking these clouds here too, eh? Looks very interesting. Maybe it won't be a thunderstorm, but still it gets some potential for further development. No? You know what I would love to see that's been recorded several times around the world is, you know, UFOs are more recorded than ever due to, you know, all devices having cameras mostly. But something that's also been picked up that's interesting is UFOs that have been spotted where there's thunderstorms, where there's lightning, and or volcanoes and hydroelectric plants, nuclear plants, because the theory is that they're basically, you know, collecting energy. You know, what the hell are we now? What fucking street am I at? I hate that. I'm on the wrong side for the street signs here, you know? Let's see here. We are at, what is this, Mayor? No. Oh, Esplanade. I used to work on this, off this street. Yeah. Of course, that's much more, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, more down that way, though. South. This is all new. C'est tout nouveau, ça. Oh, I hear scrap. Yeah, it's scrap. They fucking do. It's nice. It's nicely done. I'm not opposed to this kind of spending of money when areas specifically need a little bit of a boost and improvement, you know. I mean, it's just there's some stuff, you know, you're talking about painting lanes on streets and painting sidewalks with paint that's just going to peel and crack and fade off within a year. What's the fucking point? It's just throwing money to the throwing caution into the wind. No, just throwing money away, just throwing it into the air, just whatever. It's all right. We got plenty of money, taxpayers, and we pay and pay and pay. That's Quebec for you. It's Canadian life, man. I like this cloud though. It's just so ominous. I love it. I love thunderstorms. And Environment Canada actually predicted this, that this summer here in southern Quebec we would see a lot of strong storms on top of that. Not just storms, but strong storms. I think it's El Nino or something. Boring cars, boring cars. Riders on the storm. Into this world we're born, into this world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, and hacked her all alone, kill her on the road. It'd be nice to see one antique, something vintage right by. At least I did see something cool a few blocks from my place today though. I was like, whoa, blew my mind, never seen this before. It was one of these Toyota, well, this is for you guys who are Gen X's or older than me, you know what I'm talking about, those 80s Toyota van. They called it a magic van. They were very small, eh? Kind of looked like a dustbuster. And I saw one today and it was a fucking camper. It had a raised roof, but I mean, it's so small. It's almost like, what's the point? Then I thought of it later about that van when I was in the metro. I thought, Christ, the fucking thing is so small. There's no way the people who own it, or a guy who owns it, or a woman who owns it is as tall as me. No fucking way. I'm 6'3". I would go cuckoo in that thing. Of course, to really go cuckoo, you'd have to throw in and play constantly some crappy hip hop that all sounds the fucking same. That would drive me nuts. Look at that cloud, man. Whoa, I gotta show you this. Check this out. Okay, plane landing. Look at that sob. Sharp. That one's for you, Phil. Look at that. Wasting taxpayers' money. No, I'm just kidding. I think those all lights, they'll run on a sensor, eh? When it gets a little bit dark, they're ready to go on. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? One of these buildings, though, it doesn't just have elevators. It actually has a couple of escalators, which is kind of unusual for buildings around here, you know? Very interesting. I want to see what this looks like on the other side, actually. Maybe I'll do like a, yeah, it's just like this. There we go. That's a good thumbnail right there. A little terrace action. Thunderstorm. Well, not yet a thunderstorm. It's going that way.